Last time on Long Distance Dungeons and Dragons Dinner Theater. We got caught up with the happenings back on Reyes.
Now all that exists on the island of Reyes is the Ergothoan Outreach Center.
Bleak made her way back up the chasm, ready to be initiated into the Drow elite.
Ugly duck, ugly duck, ugly duck, ugly duck, ugly duck, ugly duck. And soon they're all cheering for you and holding you and Harriet over their heads.
Off Cersei, Morgan, and Vortiga left Devitas with their newly acquired Vouvra hatchling on their way back to Demon's Knot.
Her?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call her Cooter.
Alright.
Where Morgan was given 10 troops and orders to retrieve a great crystal. So they all decided to head to Southport? Find out what happens next, now on Long Distance Dungeons and Dragons Dinner Theater.
So everyone's finished cheering for you, and you've got your Gug with you, and your spiders, and the Drow are cheering, and then they grab you and shove you against a wall, and one of them heats up a knife that has etchings on the side, and press it to your skin, which creates a burn mark on your arm, and it's an elven word. It's the word for elite. It's L-T-T-T-T-T-T, an elven. Yeah, you know how that burned into your arm, signifying that you're marked as part of the Drow elite. And from there, what do you do?
Alright, well, I assume I'm still in the chamber of
Correct.
So I'm gonna go back to the wall where I webbed the orb to, and I'm gonna collect the orb.
Alright, let's see if it's still there.
Yeah, I hope. It's gone?
It's still there, but it looks like someone's tried to remove it.
Okay, well that's fine, they failed.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take it, I'll put it back in my bag, and I don't know if I should stick it out to go to the west. I think I am going to go back through the spider spawning grounds and through the welcome center to the gift shop, go back to Northport so I can go back to my home and rest up a bit with Harriet and Norbit.
Alright, so you go through the caverns to the Northport chamber, where the Northport Hall is, the Drow Hall. So you go to the Umbra House, which is underneath the Great Hall in Northport, and you can leave the secret exit and go into your hometown.
I do that,
Alright.
and I go home.
You return to your home. When you arrive there, there's a hobgoblin guard waiting to speak to you.
Okay, so I say can I help you? To the hobgoblin?
He says, your aunt has been murdered. According to your cousin, you were there at the time.
They say, can we do this another time? I'm pretty tired.
He says, I'm afraid not. He says, it's just a few questions. It won't take very long. Miss Pleak.
Okay, let's see. Instead of talking to the hobgoblin, I just turn and run.
Alright, you flee.
Harriet moves fast.
Alright.
Harriet moves fast. Harriet flees.
Where do you flee to?
Flee into the dark forest.
Alright, you flee into the dark forest.
I climb up into the canopies.
I'm assuming with your spider, you went over some buildings and stuff and were able to evade the hobgoblin. You flee into the Darkwood Forest. It's very quiet in the Darkwood Forest, cold, haunting. You've been through here before. You know to watch out for blink dogs, kind of ethereal spirits.
I'm going to roll a perception check to see if anything is, that I need to worry about in the area.
All right.
And, it was an 11, and the is 13, so that's 24. Oh, 25. Forgot the plus one. 25.
All right. You do see something.
I'm too tired and weak.
You see a tiny sort of amalgam of beast with shiny eyes. Has kind of ape-like appendages and a rat's tail and tendrils coming out of a little mole-like nose. There are 12 of them, a gang. You've seen these before. They're called Zoogs. So there's a little gang of Zoogs scurrying around the ground beneath you.
All right. Do they see me?
Let's find out. No, they don't seem to notice you because you're up in the treetops and, your spider moves pretty silently, I assume.
Then I'm gonna have Harriet, go through the trees just away towards Westport. So we'll just head through the forest towards Westport up in the canopy away from the,
Alright.
I'll roll a stealth check to see if
roll a stealth check to evade them. This should be fun. Looks like I rolled a pretty low perception for them, but...
Tarzan through the... That's an unnatural 20.
Alright, still high enough because I rolled only a 12 for their perception. So you're able to sneak over the top of the Darkwood Forest towards Westport. When you make it to the gate of Westport, where there's a guard waiting for you. It says, Pleek Norfisish.
Who's asking?
It says, I am a guard from House Penumbra, sent to receive you.
Okay. Excellent. I will go with this guard.
Alright, he leads you to House Penumbra, which is a very large, almost castle-like hall in the middle of Westport, where you know all the higher-ranking military officials live and work. The higher-ranking drow are all there. The highest-ranking drow and all of the Island of Demons Knot kind of hole up here, and underneath there as well in the caverns in their cavern hall. This is their large military outpost. And you're being marched right in without a question, past a lot of guards,
Right.
to a summoning chamber where there are several guards outside, and inside there is a Gearforged drow standing next to a large slab with a big round crystal on the slab that has been cracked in half.
I approach and say, Uncle?
He says, Pleek, I'm surprised you recognize me.
I say, everything has been going to plan, Uncle.
Yes, he says, over 50 years of work, and finally I'll be able to regain all of the crystals and their power. Did you do everything I instructed you to?
I say, yes, Uncle. And more. I come bearing a gift, this orb from the cathedral in Southport.
It says exactly as I predicted you would. What I need you to do, Pleek, is to take that orb and return it to Southport. Say, as a sign of goodwill, say that you're a hero, and you took it back from some scoundrels that stole it. And what I need you to do is implicate the 2 other people you were traveling with in this crime.
Better have an awesome bluff check, you bitch.
Okay. I say, right away, Uncle. But Harriet and I are tired from battle, and we need to rest. So
He says no rest is needed, and he holds out his hand and touches one of the halves of the crystals, and all of your hit points are restored, and you feel fully rested.
What about Harriet and all of her con that just
She can get 1d4 con back.
1d4 con? Are you rolling it or am I?
You can roll it.
Oh, it's a 3. It's a 3. All right, so now we're at 7 con. Loving it. Okay. So let's see. I'm in Westport. I need to go to Southport.
He says, feel free to stay here for the night and go in the morning. He says, I have a gift for you. I see that you still have the tattoo of Shia. And have you been practicing the faith of the shadow?
Indeed, Uncle, I have.
Well, then I have a treat for you. You can either take a hero point or roll for an item on a chart that could be good or bad.
I'm gonna roll for that item.
All right, roll for the
I'm
item.
gonna roll for that item.
Just roll a d6 for me.
A D6. 5.
You get Boots of Levitation.
Boots of levitation.
Yeah.
I like it.
You can find
More than maybe Harry can walk in
You're going to start a boot collection. Cool, and we'll leave you there getting prepared, getting ready to go to Southport, and your uncle will give you some more details later, too. You want to start Bobby off, get him adventuring?
Sure.
Yeah, we need to find out what he's doing.
First forest, where he grew up, was recently burned down by the people of Arrowbane. Yeah, they're just making way for a new Donnie Dragonslayer retail outlet. And they burned down his home forest, which is just on the...
Gosh, they just killed a bunch of trees. I have to murder them. Like, I have to kill all these people. They just...
Murder squad.
I
Yeah.
have to. Now.
Well, maybe this Alec feels the same way. I don't know. So he knows that his forest has been destroyed. He's in the mountains on East Linya. You're wandering through the mountainy outcropping area of East Linya. Near the side of near Catone, you can see the tower from where you are. You're in the low-range mountains there. You can see this tower in the distance, and you can see the city of Catone in the distance.
Ooh, we're close by.
You are. You're very close by. Well, you don't know that, and neither does.
No, I don't.
But yeah, so you're there, and I suppose looking for clues for who destroyed your forest.
Can I roll a perception roll?
Yeah, please do.
Oh, it's a natural one. Yeah.
So yeah, you're pretty far off in the mountains. Other than seeing the tower and seeing the city, you don't see anything else worth looking at. It's just a
You're
big
blinded by
open
me.
plain. There's just not a whole lot's going on.
Yeah. Just kind of, we're survival check and see if I can catch a whiff on anything. +5. So 23.
You know that whoever came and destroyed the forest came from this direction. You've been able to track them this far. They seem to have a large company of horses and wagons. You know, they've started constructing something on the site of where your forest used to be. So, you know, you could probably follow the tracks of those vehicles back to where they came from.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
All right, with that kind of survival check, I'll let you do that. So you will follow the tracks past Catone, around a big reservoir, up and around a very nice forest that you think is very beautiful. You've never been this far from your small forest in the mountains before.
That's my forest.
But yeah, it's a very peaceful forest, and you know, as a hunter, you notice lots of small game animals there. It seems very peaceful, Disney-esque type Tweety birds and stuff environment.
Yeah,
it's very beautiful.
things.
But yeah, you follow the tracks all the way north to the city of Arobane, which you are now on the outskirts of, and there are a couple small groves on the outside of Arobane. You can kind of see the city from a distance before you approach any closer if you'd want to do anything before you go in.
Can I use the monkey to get a scent check? Maybe if I can follow one of the wagons?
Yeah. You can try to get your monkey to pick up a scent. Roll me for that. I guess some kind of a perception check for the monkey, basically.
You got a 10.
Plus, what would the scent on that be? That'd probably
It's
be...
perception, whatever.
That's wisdom. So, yeah, it's an 11.
11.
Yeah, so he seems confused other than about where the tracks kind of lead into town. From the inside of town's paved, so you will lose the tracks once they go into town. And also maybe because there's so much more activity in the town, your ape doesn't seem to have the ability to pick up the scent from here.
Not a very good monkey right now.
Bad monkey.
Yeah, cool. I'm just gonna go into a bar and have a drink because I feel like that's what my god will want me to do. And maybe I can pick up some banner
True.
while I'm in there.
Alright, so you walk into Arobane. You walk through the outskirts of town, which are kind of run down and not very populated. So there's not a whole lot of activity here. You keep walking towards the center of the city, where it seems like there's a lot more hustle and bustle. It seems like a much more touristy area. And in there are several like little touristy shops and guide tours and things like that. But there's also a bar or two.
I can just imagine this giant rock creature walking down the street holding his monkey's hand.
Yeah, you're definitely a sight. Yeah, most of the people here are humans, and so they do definitely take notice of you walking around. Some of them point and stare, but you're probably, used to this. There are a few Tengu. Yeah, there's a tavern in central Arobane.
If they have alcohol, I'll drink it.
Cool.
Yeah.
You head on in. There seem to be a couple adventuring types there. Look like dragon hunter-y types, all decked out in armor with spears and stuff. Like trading adventure stories and showing off scars like that scene from Jaws. But yeah, so they're kind of, off on a table to themselves, and the bartender's alone at the bar. You take a seat at the bar?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, you sit at the bar, order an ale.
Yeah. So buy 2 for the guys, the dragon guys down there.
All right,
Dragon hunters.
ales are half a gold each, so 0.5 gold for every ale that you buy.
2 for you and 2 for them.
Yeah.
Smart. So who needs a half a gold? And you're a big guy. You could probably guzzle 2 drinks pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a few. Cool.
All right, so you buy a drink, you take some drinks over to these adventure dudes.
Yeah. And I just say if they've heard anything about the destruction of the forest to the east.
Or west.
West.
Yeah.
Yeah, directions.
They say, oh, you mean outside of Catone?
That's the one.
Says, oh, hell, man, they're building them a new Donnie Dragon Slater retail outlet out there, man. That way you can get your dragon hunting supplies closer to the mountains. It's genius, man. I'm so excited. I can't wait to shop there.
I say yes, I'm also a fan. Who is in charge of this?
Well, I suppose that'd be Ronnie Dragon Slayer, owner and operator of Donnie Dragon Slayer's Dragon Slaying Outlet.
Yes, I would like to pay homage at his office.
Well, it's just across the street. You can't miss it. It's that big building. It says Donnie Dragon Slayer's retail outlet for dragon hunting supplies and etc.
Cool. Thank you very much. Enjoy your ales.
No problem, rock friend.
You just slug both of yours and walk.
Yeah. I'm gonna go say hey across the street.
All right. You go across the street to Donnie Dragon Slayer's retail outlet, which is open for business. You walk inside, and a little Ronnie Dragon Slayer runs up to you and greets you and says, "Hello, customer. Lovely to see you. How are you doing today? Can I offer you some dragon hunting supplies?"
I would like to hit him with my quarterstaff.
All right. Yes, a surprise attack, so we don't have to roll for initiative. That's amazing. So yeah, roll plus BAB.
You should say something like
You can do that as a swift action along with your attack. It's
Thank
fine.
you. Oh, natural 20.
All right, that's definitely gonna hit him.
Don't you have that thing, that spell
Oh, yeah. I'm going to use the Shiliga.
as an horizon?
Oh, Shillelagh?
Yeah.
Shillelagh. That makes so much a better word.
Yeah. It's spelled funny.
So,
Yeah.
2d6.
All right.
2d6, so that, and then it's a critical, so he rolls 4d6.
Yeah.
1, 5, so 9, 6, 11, 15, so 24 damage to Ronnie.
Yeah, you killed Ronnie.
Have another beer.
All right. You leave the scene of the crime and go back to the bar across the street and have a beer.
That's what I'm talking about, Bobby.
Yeah. I want to buy one for Caesar, too, because I'm feeling pretty good right
All right. For 1 gold, you and Caesar can have a beer at the bar. Which you do. Not long after, someone runs in and says, "Oh my God, Donnie Dragonslayer, he's been murdered."
I continue to drink.
All right. Everyone begins to gossip about what might have happened. The guards come around asking questions, and they finally come to you. And they say, "Excuse me, sir, where were you at 4 o'clock this afternoon?"
I was walking my monkey, Caesar. He's got an irritable bowel.
Says, "Well, according to these gentlemen over here, you said you were going to pay a visit to Donnie Dragonslayer's retail outlet about that time."
Oh, I ended up going to check out some armor for my monkey instead. I couldn't find anything proficient.
It says, "Ronnie Dragonslayer's been murdered. Well, do you know anything about this incident? Do you have anyone to back up this alibi?"
My monkey, Caesar here.
It says, "Well, does your monkey talk?"
No.
It says, "Well, I'm afraid we're going to have to take you in for some more questioning."
That's
Shillelagh.
All right. All right, so they take you to the Office of Central Forces, which is a very, white with a hall with arched entrances, large pillars, and courtyards, and, fountains and statues. Seems like a very important place. And they take you to the Central Forces judge, and they say, "This stranger came into town, and there was a murder. We're holding him for questioning." He says, some other witnesses said that he visited the victim at the time of the said murder. They ask for the judge's advice, and the judge says, "Death." And they say, "All right, we'll prepare him for death."
Man, my attorney was shit.
Can you argue your way?
I don't think I have any. I got intimidated, but
So he gets out a calendar and he says, "Let's see here. Maybe Friday. Is Friday good? You think we get a good crowd on a Friday? People love a good show. Killing a rock guy on a Friday, that'd be amazing, right? Then we could charge admission for that." And so the guards nod. He's like, "All right, Friday night, 8 p.m., we're going to charge admission. Come see the rock guy get killed. He killed a guy. Make some posters." And they do, and then they lock you up until Friday. And they put you in a cell.
Well, that was fast.
And your monkey's in a separate cell next to you.
Oh, okay, cool.
And you have 4 days until your execution.
I hope they try to hang him and the rope just snaps in the lock man, and it's like his neck's just not there, so it's like Frank Reynolds hanging. It's just gonna dangle there for hours.
So is there anyone else in there with me?
Yeah, there's a row of cells. Besides you, there are several other kitsune locked up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you guys want to get out of here?
Yes, they all say yes.
Resounding yes.
Can I grab one of the bars and turn it into a sword?
That's the power you have, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. I do that, and I tell one of the kitsune to slide out and get a key.
All right. So you touch one of the bars on the kitsune cage next to you so it can escape.
Yeah.
All right. It's able to squeeze through the bars pretty easily, and he sneaks away. He doesn't return.
I trust him.
Oh.
I'm out, bitches. What's that?
I should have done that with my monkey.
How many times a day can you do that?
I think that's once.
It's once a day. You can sleep 24 hours and do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess.
You try to rest, but before you fall asleep, a guard comes in and notices a kitsune missing and starts questioning everyone if they know what happens. But none of the kitsune rat on you, and you, of course, I assume, don't rat on yourself.
Nah, I'm not an artist.
Oh yeah. So everyone's like, "I don't know, he just got out." And so the guard's very suspicious, but he has some servers bring in you guys nightly meals. They ask what kind of food you eat.
I just like lichen and just pretty much anything that's made Yeah, I just like plants.
Fucking hippie diet. They leave and come back with like a plate full of plants for you, though. A specialty diet just for you. They ask if you need any religious texts or anything for your cell.
Kosher. If I could just get a cup of alcohol, that'd be great. Or just
Do have
some mulled
religious
wine.
texts.
Hey, roll me a diplomacy check.
It's a 5.
Plus your charisma, which is 2, so 7.
Yeah. He says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't sneak any alcohol into the prisoners."
Alright. I respect that. Alright. Guess I'll just go to sleep for the day.
All right, you rest. Wake up the next day fully rested. I don't know if you have to meditate for your spells or anything, but you spend time holding your monkey's hand until your spells come back, I assume.
That's how I do it, actually.
Yeah.
Lots of hand holding. Okay, so today, I'm gonna go for the monkeys bar. Get them out.
Monkey's bar, I like it.
Yeah.
All right, so you reach for a bar on the monkey's cage, and it rusts and turns into a sword. But the ape has a harder time fitting through. Roll me her escape artist check to try to fit through the hole.
2 swords.
It is.
They don't stay swords, I don't think.
It's an 8 plus your dex is 17.
Oh, yeah.
11.
All right, so yeah, she has trouble fitting through the bars. She's gotten kind of stuck halfway through.
Can I reach around and see if I can give her a little tug?
Do me a strength check to try and pull her through.
3 plus 7.
So it's not great. You're able to tug, but it's kind of a weird angle, and you can't seem to help pull her out either. She seems genuinely stuck.
Alright.
Move her out. You can pee on her or something.
Yeah, kind of. It's a dude. I'm just gonna tell him to pee on himself. You know, just like.
Dude, pee on yourself.
Yeah, maybe I'll get some spit in there. I don't know how my rock spit works, but it's probably pretty good.
So you're going to try to get your monkey to lube up the bars in some way?
Yeah.
All right, roll me a handle animal to try to tell your monkey to lube up the bars.
Yeah.
With its piss or spit.
So I got an 18 plus handle animal, which is 2. Wait, plus 3. So 21.
Yeah, that's enough. He starts peeing and shitting and licking the bars until they're well lubed up. I'll let you do another escape artist check, and this time with a +2.
17.
All right, so that's enough. She's able to slip through, even though she kind of smells bad now. Or he. So yeah, he slips through to the other side, and it is free.
Alright. I tell it to go grab the keys.
All right, roll me a handle animal for that. 15?
Yeah.
All right, she goes and starts looking for keys, and she's like opening drawers and checking hooks on the walls. And she comes back with 2 rings full of keys and holds them up to you. And each of them have about 40 keys on them.
Alright. I'm gonna go to the kitsune. God man, these guys. The group of kitsune next to us. I'm gonna hand them one group of keys. I'm gonna hold them out and be like, alright guys, I'm gonna give you this one ring of keys, but if you get out, you let me out. And if I get out, I'll let you out.
All right, roll me a diplomacy on that.
17.
All right, so yeah.
19.
Oh, charisma.
All right, yeah, so yeah, they seem to agree with you on that.
Alright, so I'm gonna start trying these keys.
All right, so you pass one group of keys this way, and you start the other one.
I'm gonna try to keep it really quiet and stealthy on this.
All right, roll me a stealth check.
11.
Not great stealth. Let me see if anyone notices, though. I'll roll a perception versus that. I rolled really low, so the guards don't come downstairs, don't seem to bother you guys. Let's roll a percentage chance. The Kitsune aren't seem to have any progress with their keys yet. You want to roll me a percentage chance to see how well you're doing with yours there, Bobby?
Show that.
59.
Yeah, you've gone through about half the ring of keys now. You've gone through about 20 keys and not had any luck with yours. And the first Kitsune next to you is trying every key on his cell also. Has had about the same amount of luck. So you guys are both about halfway through. One ring of keys each. Keep trying?
Yeah.
All right, you guys keep going. I'll roll another percentage for these guys. You can roll a percentage for yourself too again. And then I'll roll a perception to see if anyone notices you guys. Roll me a perception check once you've done that also. Once you've done your percentage. 28?
Yeah.
So you only have 2 or 3 keys left to go through, and you're sure one of these last few keys has to be it. Now roll me that perception check.
Got a 7.
Alright, then you don't hear the guard coming, because all of a sudden a guard enters and sees you and this kitsune fumbling with these rings of keys. Your monkey's outside, of course, your ape. So he also sees your ape out of its cage. Okay, roll for initiative with this guard. 18, what'd you get?
It was like an 8.
Alright, so the guard's gonna get to swing first on your monkey. That's going to be pretty low, though. I only rolled an 8 versus your AC, which is definitely not high enough.
It's 1 plus natural armor. So is that like 11?
Yeah, if his natural armor is +1.
Yeah, well, it's plus 1 natural armor.
So yeah, 11. Plus, if is he not wearing armor? Did you not buy armor for him?
Yeah, he's got the leather armor, I think, so it's plus 4, so he's got a 15.
So there you go. That's high enough. So the guard is unable to penetrate his armor when he swings at him. So it's your monkey's turn again. Your ape.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna attack with bite.
All right. So you bite at the guard.
19.
That's good enough. You're able to bite the guard. Roll the damage.
D4.
2.
Plus 1, so it's 3.
3 damage.
Yeah. And meanwhile,
I'm still going for the keys.
All right. You're still going through the keys. Meantime, roll me a percentage chance while you do that. Because you only had a couple left.
49.
All right, so you get to the last key, and it was the last key you tried, and you're able to exit your cell. So you bust open the cell as your ape is biting this guard in the face.
you guys throw the...
The kitsune is still fumbling with his keys. He seems to have dropped the ones he was working with. But he picks them back up, and he's lost his place, and he's had to start all over.
Cool. Yeah, I want to attack, I guess. Well, I'm going to use the sword that I got from...
The iron bar? Yeah.
Yeah. To attack. And I rolled a 9.
It's not going to be enough.
Yeah, 9.
Which I think you're right is not enough. Nope, that's not enough to hit. So you swing and miss. The guard's going to try and hit your ape again. But that is only going to be a 10 versus AC, which was 11, right?
15.
50, oh yeah, so it misses. So back to you.
So roll for the 8. He's got 11 plus 1,
12.
So it's a near miss.
and then your turn.
Yeah, you can try to.
19.
That's a hit, yep.
What's that sword?
Yeah, is the sword, is it, like, if you made like a long sword, would it be like a,
It'd be the same as a normal longsword, which is a 1d8.
yeah, it's 1d8, but the critical would be 19 and 20?
Yeah, 19 and 20 crit. Yep.
It'd be neutral, yeah.
So 19 and 20 is a crit.
Cool, I rolled a 6.
Plus 4 is 10.
10.
No, it's just plus,
Plus strength.
yeah, that's 10.
Yeah. So 10 damage?
Yeah.
Alright, he takes it. He swings and misses your ape again. So it's back to you guys.
12. Yeah, 12.
It's a miss. And then the other one.
Crit, 19.
Alright, do it.
Reroll for,
To confirm it, yeah. You can do bleed damage.
Nope. 2d8. That's 9. 8. So it's 17.
Alright, so... Let me see if you killed this guy or just knocked him unconscious. You killed another guy. You killed a guard.
Whoops.
Which reminds me, you get 800 experience points for your 2 kills already.
Hell yeah, brother.
I was the quickest to murder in the game.
Okay, that guy had to die. This was... I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, and the other guy killed, like, took out your homeland.
Yeah, of course, man. And woodland creatures. Cool. I'm gonna pop his body in my cell on the bed facing the wall.
Okay.
I'm just gonna close the door. I don't really
Alright, you
care.
close the door.
Yeah, I close the monkey's door too. And are the kitsune done yet? Because
He's still fumbling through his keys now. He had to start. He dropped the ring of keys he has and had to start all over.
cool. Well, I'm gonna see if I can use. No, I'm just gonna fuck these guys.
And you still have your 1 ring of keys and he has the other ring.
And I'm in the middle of a police station?
Yeah, you're underneath what would be the police station, that hall where the judge judged you. You're underneath that great hall, basically, in a cell.
Can I do a perception check, see if there's any windows or anything around?
Yeah.
Well, I got a 18.
Yeah, you're underground. You don't see any sign of windows down here. You just see a bunch of cages, like 2 rows of cages, and then like a stairway that leaves the area of cells where the guard came from. That seems to be the only entrance or exit out of this area.
Well, I'm gonna get the Kitsune the other thing of keys. Just hopefully they can get out with that. I'm gonna wait on them because I feel like
the same key for all of them.
Oh yeah, well I doubt it. Yeah, well here I go. This is the key I used to give it a go.
All right. He tries it on his cage. It doesn't work, but he tries the next one after that, and it does. And soon, if you're willing to take a 20 and let all of them try to get out, I'll just roll a percentage chance to see if guards come during that time. But if not, then they'll just be able to all unlock their cages. Oh yeah, so about half of them get free before another guard shows up. So now it's you and 7 Kitsune out of your cages when another guard shows up and sees all of you out of your cages.
Cool. I go. Let us bind and gag you and put you in one of the cells, or you're gonna die.
You want to roll an intimidation?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll intimidation.
All right.
14 plus the charisma, so 16.
All right. Yeah, he still calls for help, but he flees. He runs back upstairs and calls for help. And so before he can return, another third of the Kitsune get out. So you got about 13 Kitsune now with you.
I gotta say, let's rush it. I feel like the percentage of us getting out is gonna be pretty high.
All right, so you rush up the stairs with your Kitsunes. All right, you guys. Yeah, you rush up the stairs, and at the top of the stairs are 10 guards waiting. But you can just rush through and let the Kitsune deal with that if you want to, push through. Because you're a big rock guy, so. Or you can stay and deal with them also. That's up to you.
10 guards, but we're all unarmed too. Yeah. Can I see our stuff anywhere? Is it close by? Because they just took our shit, right? When they put us down in the cells, right?
Yeah, so you don't have any of your gear or anything. You would notice that there's what looks like a container area. You would notice when you came to the top of the stairs, there was like a storage area for people's belongings. So you're in that area right now with these 10 guards.
Let's grab our stuff and let's do this thing to all the Kitsune.
Alright, so they start trying to rush and grab their stuff, and the guards are going to attack them and you, of course, but we'll see what happens with that. Roll me a percentage chance to see if you get your stuff back.
3%.
You're not able to get your stuff back before you get attacked, so you have to deal with the guard before you can get your stuff. So, roll for initiative. I got a 7, though, so you'll probably get to swing first on this guard that's standing between you and your stuff.
Plus 3. 6.
6 for you.
You can roll for your ape, too.
15. Yeah, nice.
Alright, so the ape can go first.
13, sorry.
Alright, so that's he gets a reflex save on that, which he succeeds. He'll take half damage of whatever damage you do on that. So do your ape damage.
Oh, wait, no.
Roll damage.
D4.
Yeah. Oh, 4. 2.
Plus the strength.
5. 5, so 2.
So half of that. We'll say 3. I'll be nice. 3.
Meanwhile, can you be grabbing your shit?
This guard's standing between him and his shit. So he's got to take out this guard before he can get his shit.
What are those monkeys? What are the Kitsune doing?
They're also fighting those other 10 guards.
Oh,
And grabbing their shit and trying to escape. Everyone's kind of, it's every man for himself at this point. So so that's why you're only fighting one guard, because they're preoccupying the rest of them, so you don't have to fight 10.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
So you just have to fight this one to get to your stuff. He's going to swing on you now, which is a nat 20. Do not confirm. D8.
Down
Ooh.
3 on mine.
What's your how many hit points do you have? I don't want to kill you on accident. But
Yeah, 10.
Oops. Because I just rolled 10 damage. So you're knocked unconscious.
But the monkey is up.
Yeah, the monkey's still awake. So, but you're knocked unconscious for the time being, so you're down to 0 hit points. Exactly 0, though. So you're just knocked unconscious, you're not bleeding or anything. You're just...
Yeah. Hopefully these kids soon.
You can roll me a Constitution save, so you know.
16.
Alright, so that's enough. You're not gonna, like, continue dying or anything like that. You're just plain old just knocked out.
KO'd.
Yeah, you're not bleeding, you're not hurt. You're just KO'd. But your ape still has a chance, so it's your ape's attack right now, so maybe he can do the thing.
Come on, monkey.
11.
It's a miss. So now the guard's gonna swing on your ape. He also misses, though.
Yeah. 17. Hit.
That's a hit, yep.
D4. No. 4.
+1? Or did you already
Yeah,
add the 1?
Yep.
Alright. He gets another attack. He misses.
20. Well, not natural 20.
Okay, that's still a hit, though. So roll your damage.
4. 5. 5. Damn.
5. Oh, nat 20. Not confirmed. Does for 14 damage to your ape. So he's got 2 hit points left, maybe?
Yeah.
So he's just near dead.
Alright. 17. 18.
That's a hit.
Add to the damage.
Alright. 17.
3 damage. Alright, he swings on your ape again, though. It's a miss.
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 13.
That's just a hit, so he's going to get a reflex save, which he succeeds, so he'll take half damage of whatever damage you do.
1.
Well, no, he takes 1 damage, yeah.
He'll take 1 no matter what. If you rolled a 1, he'll take 1.
Yeah.
So he's going to swing now. Right? That's going to be a hit.
Uh-oh.
It does 4 damage.
He did.
He's unconscious, not dead, but yeah. Roll a Constitution save for your monkey.
9.
Your ape's injured, and is probably bleeding, so he's going to have to make him, roll some saves every round. He's more injured than you are. You're just kind of knocked out.
Yeah.
He's actually bruised and bleeding. But now I'll let you roll. Roll me a percentage chance for how lucky you are.
59. Wow.
All right. You wake up several hours later. Your ape is nowhere to be seen, but you are surrounded by some of the kitsune you helped freed, and you're on the outskirts of Arrowbane. They have you in a cot. One of them brings you some vegetable soup. They have your belongings. They have their belongings. Only a handful of them are able to escape, but they are able to escape and drag you out of there. But your monkey was captured, and a couple of them are captured.
How many kitsune are with them? I'm keeping track over here.
So 5 made it out with you, and were able to carry you out, or get you out somehow. You don't know, you were asleep.
Yeah.
You don't know what they did.
Yeah, I want to ask what happened to Caesar. Well, and then I'm like, my monkey.
Oh, they're like, oh, well, we think one of the guards knocked him out, and we were able to escape with you because you helped us escape, but we couldn't also carry your monkey, your ape. So we decided to choose. So he's probably still locked up there.
And the rest of the kitsune are stuck there too.
He says, yeah, the other half of our group that had escaped were probably recaptured or killed in the escape.
I mean, the monkey didn't murder anyone.
Yeah. I just don't know that argument.
Yeah, I don't think you can go back into town right now.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I want to save my monkey. And I imagine the kitsune probably want to get their other kitsune back, right? Okay, for starters, I want to know, can I ask them why the kitsune were locked up? We never got to that part while we were breaking out of jail.
Well, a lot of these kitsune live on the outskirts of town, and they do sometimes participate in some criminal activity against the humans. They steal and loot. Usually it's just stuff they need, like food or clothes. But they definitely have a criminal element to them. They're part of a kitsune underground element that kind of works counterproductive to the human element in town because they're hunted by humans, and humans are kind of racist towards them.
Classic humans.
Yeah.
they just planning on leaving all those kitsune in jail beforehand, or were they?
No, they said, well, there's always the Velox, which is what they call their group. They said the Velox is always working to free kitsune that are imprisoned without without really committing crimes. It says, which happens all the time. He says, and they just put us to death for the humor of the townsfolk. He says it's not even minor offenses or just to death. So it says we always try to break out whoever we can before their executions. That's one of the main things we do in the Velox.
Cool. You guys ever save any monkeys?
They say no, but we're willing to try. It says you helped us, so we'd be willing to help you.
Cool. Yeah, let's team up.
All right. So you do. They introduce you to some of the other Velox, they seem to be like secret kitsune ninja criminals. Some Tengu. They seem to be most active at dusk or dawn, so they want to wait till nighttime before they try to strike and free any prisoners. They're kind of worried because this breakout just happened, and so they're going to be extra alert right now. So they want to talk about plans and they want to see how you fit into this whole thing. Because most of their crimes are crimes of necessity, and like breaking your monkey out of jail while they want to help you because you help them doesn't seem that necessary. So they're making sure that it's going to be safe for them. So most of the crimes they do are nuisance crimes, like graffiti and stealing minor items and these kind of small jailbreaks. And what you're proposing, at least to them, is to rescue the kitsune that got left behind and your ape. Yeah. So it sounds like a pretty big jailbreak to them, and pretty risky because of the one that just happened.
Maybe we can wait till the next execution and take them then, if that would be easier, even though it'd be in front of a large group of people. Probably a bad idea.
There's another execution tomorrow. I mean, there's one almost every night. So there'll be one at dusk tonight.
Cool. Well, see if the kitsune want to go, at least scope it out, see if we can make a plan. Sounds kind of brutal.
Yeah, most of them are able to change into human form and wander around the city without being noticed, but they worry that you're going to be noticed right away.
Yeah, I need to rest and heal because I'm on the...
All right. So you rest and heal.
What's my cost? 8 for a D12. Yeah, that's better than nothing.
Yeah, it's better than nothing, yeah. Take what you can get.
I'll take it.
You wake up, next to you, or next to your cot, is an old, gray-haired kitsune who seems kind of drunk, and he's drinking out of a flask.
Cool. Can I hit that?
He hands it to you and says, I hear you want to sneak back into town.
Yes. Thank you.
It says, well, tell you what. If you can bring me back a cask of ale stolen from the tavern, I may be able to help you.
I don't know how I could sneak in there pretty...
Well, I can help you sneak in.
He's throwing you down, dude.
Alright, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's the trade. He pulls a cape out of his pack and hands it to you. He says, this is a cape of human guys.
Yes.
When you put this thing on, it makes you look like a human guy. So you will look exactly like yourself, except you will become human in appearance while you wear the cloak. So you'll appear to have normal skin. You'll just be a big, burly, bald guy, basically. And we'll leave you there for now.
Awesome. Thank you.
Good job, Bobby. That was awesome.
Yeah, good first game. Where you at, Juwan?
Your sex exploits.
Alright.
You ready to get cracking?
I am.
You are swimming with Kit close behind you, being towed by a dolphin, into the canal at Catone.
Yeah, because I was going to try to find my friends or whatever from summer camp or something.
Besides Julia Gulia?
Yeah.
Alright.
Wait. I thought I wrote that down.
So you swim into the canal at Catone, and you come above the water, and it seems to be a city full of canals, much like Venice in our world. So it's a city full of canals, so there's lots of waterways that run through the city, and tiny boats taking people in really nice military or naval uniforms from place to place. You come out of the water, you're dripping wet, Kit's dripping wet. People are definitely taking notice of you, but they don't seem to be reacting negatively to you or anything, but they do notice that you just swam into town.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that they noticed the direction that we swam in from, right? They would have.
I mean, there's only one direction you can swim in from, so.
Yeah, like.
You came in from the ocean, But I mean, there's a bunch of military around. They're pretty well guarded. You don't look like you're trying to attack or doing anything, but you just came above the water and they don't know what you're doing there, but they're not asking any questions. Yeah.
Came like out of the canal. So, I mean, what kind of people are around? Is it like obviously ex-mermaids? Is that like the only?
I mean, it would be hard to tell. I mean, there's a lot of really good-looking guys in Navy uniforms and sexy women in Navy uniforms too, I guess. So some of the people would just look like normal people, and maybe some humans are really beautiful. I don't know. It's hard to say. Not everyone that's beautiful is a mermaid.
I mean, well, if this is like a base, like a military base.
Yeah, but it also seems like a military town. From where you came out of the canal, you can see a place called the Crusty Seaman, which is a tavern.
I like Pat's far distance laugh on that one. That was good.
But yeah, it seems to be full of like sailors enjoying grog and stuff, games and time off. There's also like a public bath and like a tattoo parlor and a market and a smithy. You can see a lot of that stuff from here.
I want a Krusty Steven shirt.
But they have like a sign for Sealard Vineyards wine. Apparently they have a vineyard here in town somewhere, and they make their own wine. You see a big advertisement for it on the outside of the Crusty Seaman, the poster for it. I mean, you could assume they have a naval academy here with a barracks and like a military tribunal.
I want to go to the bar, obviously, because that's kind of the first place to go for information anywhere.
All right, I've waited for a long time to say this. You head to the Crusty Seaman.
Yay!
All right, you enter the Crusty Seaman. They seem to serve mostly grog and that wine that I mentioned. But they seem to be like playing a lot of games, betting, gambling, drinking, and reveling. They're having a good time. There's a couple bards playing a song in the corner. The officers seem to be letting loose here.
Well, obviously, I mean, the only reason I'm really here is because, well, there's two reasons. I want to find out if there's some people that are kind of doing, I guess, like some kind of uprising against the humans to try and, like, murderate all of them. And I want to find the summer camp friends.
Okay, so how are you planning on doing this? You're just sitting here thinking about this at the bar, like, what? This is what I'm doing here? All right. Do you have any idea of how you want to accomplish those goals?
So did I recognize Julia Gulia whenever I saw her, or did she recognize me?
She recognized you after your seahorse race because they said your name aloud. You recognized her when she walked up, although, like I said, she looked older, 50 years older, which is not a lot for a mermaid, but some.
I mean, I guess. Okay, can I just roll a perception then and like see if maybe I recognize anybody again?
Yeah, you can roll
Now
it.
I'm used to the idea that everybody looks the same but is 50 years older. 17.
Yeah, most of the people that are in the Navy here seem to be pretty young, so no one looks old enough to have been around 50 years ago, except maybe the bartender.
I'm gonna drink anyway, so how old is Kit?
He's 18.
Like a baby.
He's 18, but I mean, in this culture,
No.
there's not like a 21 and older drinking rule in Middle
I
Earth
know,
or
he's
anything,
like,
so
He wasn't like 10.
he's not 5 or anything. Yeah, he's fine. He can drink if you
Cool,
buy it
well,
for
I'm
him.
gonna buy Kit and I drink, and
Oh, you're so... Thanks, Antoine. You're cool. You're so cool.
I know.
This is the first time I've ever been to a bar.
Oh goodness, Kit.
Do I just drink this stuff like this? Ooh, it tastes gross. Why do you drink this stuff? You're crazy.
Kit.
I'm sorry. I'm very excitable.
Buddy.
This is my first time at a tavern.
I know. Look, when I do this, you should just let me talk.
Okay. I'm still learning.
Oh, Kit. Kit, it's gonna be the end of me. Well, first of all, whenever you go into a new town and we go to the bar for information, don't talk shit about the local drink, because it's insulting, to culture, and you never make friends and get information that way, okay? Okay. Alright, so, and never let anyone know that it's your first drink, or your first sword fight, or your first murder, none of that. Constant professional, okay?
Okay, I think I get it.
Alright.
I've been drinking forever. I drink a lot of the times, and I've always been on adventures forever.
Yeah, it's
Like that? Did I do a good job that time?
halfway. You're getting there, buddy, don't worry.
I'm learning.
Can I, grab him on the shoulder and, shake him a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh, Kid.
I just gotta take a gamble.
He continues to try to drink his grog. He makes a face afterward, but doesn't say anything. He just keeps trying to sip it.
Good boy. That's what you should do. Thank you. Good boy. Okay. So, to the bartender, obviously I'm going to pay for our drinks. And then, I guess, can I just, I'm here with friends, so I'm just going to introduce myself Juana Bray, and I used to come here, blah blah, summer camp, reservoir. I've been to talk to the guard dude, been to the La Chambre, blah blah. This is all the stuff that we've done, and like tell him that I'm looking for that I'm looking to see if I can find some people I used to know, and then was like curious about the relationship that they've got with the citizens of Arbane.
Arabane. They say Arabane is one of the cities of East Linya, and we are sworn to protect them. We are the East Linya the Navy. We are the Navy of the White Castle. We protect all of the land of East Linya.
What about like off the record, outside of duty kind of thing?
I'm just a bartender.
I'm talking about emotions here, friend. Like, how do you feel?
I'm just a bartender. I don't go to Arabane that often. I don't know what you're asking me for.
I mean, does he know anything about this summer camp that used to happen in the Reservoir? And about...
It says, it was 50 years ago, I guess. I don't remember very much about it.
Yeah, because there seems to be, like, a lot of the people that are here and in the military, or at least in this bar, are, like, really young. So if I was looking for someone that was kind of that generation, where is a good place that I could go?
I don't know. I assume maybe someone higher up in the military would be that old, or an old folks' home, or an officers' club. He said, yeah, but it's only for officers.
Well, yeah, I know that, friend. Don't worry.
He's like, it's through that door over there, but you can't go in unless you're an officer.
But is there, like, a guard or something at the door?
You want to roll a perception check? Or are you asking him if there's a guard at the door?
Can I just look? Is there a guard there?
Yeah, there's a guard there.
Oh, this is frustrating. Okay, well, can Kit and I, like, hang out for, like, well, I'm going to thank the bartender, whatever, give him a tip, and I want to thank him and whatever. So Kit and I are just going to hang out for a little while and see people that kind of come and go out of the officers' club, I guess.
Okay. Do you guys continue to order drinks?
Yeah, can I just, like, impart some normal, like, don't be a fool kind of things to Kit?
Yeah.
Don't be a baby.
Yeah. You can. He keeps drinking his grog, and he seems to have manned up a little bit, and doesn't react as negatively to the taste.
Ooh, okay. While we're sitting there, can I try some, like, secret twin language stuff with him?
You want to try and teach him some?
Yeah, do I get any kind of bonusy whatever something because he's, like, fam?
Yeah, I'll allow it. You want to roll, like, a linguistics check with him?
Okay, well, 14.
So your teacher's not going great. He's able to pick up some basic signs, but nothing really in depth. He can't, like, speak a whole secret twin language with you, but he's learned the symbol for hello, basically.
That's it?
Yep.
Well, if I had my druthers, I wouldn't teach him hello.
What would you teach him? So you could teach him one thing.
One thing, huh?
One secret hand signal.
Damn. Okay, well, I'm going to do my follow me.
How's that go? Is that just like this?
That was the...
Alright, you do a secret eye move for follow me. Got it.
Okay.
So he knows the hand signal for follow me now. And shut up.
Hello.
And hello. He knows 3 simple hand signals.
Oh, Kit. I need to take this kid home. This is going to be frustrating.
You guys continue to drink at the bar. He develops a taste for grog. And pretty soon you notice that Kit's gotten kind of tipsy.
Cool, we're going to get Kit some water.
He says, no.
Food here?
That's rude. I only drink grog because I'm like a local. Another grog, Mr. Barkeep.
No. So
You're not the boss of me. I'm going to drink another grog. And he orders a grog. I'm on an adventure. And then he drinks some more.
Do they sell any food at this bar?
There's not really any food here. There's drunk sailors. That's it.
Alright, well, I'm going to take Kit's grog, I'm going to chug it, and we're going to leave.
Alright, you chug Kit's grog. Carry him out of the bar and say, it's time to go.
Yep.
Alright, you guys leave the bar.
That was pretty fruitless, Kit. Honestly, part of me is starting to think that this finding summer camp thing is not going to work out. And we're not making a lot of headway on our mission to find out what the hell's going on with Arabane and try to like build up this resistance. I mean, we've been to like 4 places now, and like no one cares about.
Well, gee, if you're gonna build up a resistance against Arabane, why don't you just go to Arabane where the resistance is? Don't you know about the Velox?
Kid, I asked you about this resistance when we were in fucking.
Well, the first rule of the Velox is that you're not supposed to talk about the Velox. That's what my cousin's always said.
So I'm kind of thinking that what we need to do is sleep off your grog, friend, so that you got sharp wits.
That's smart. I don't feel any different. I feel great. I'm having a good time. I feel like dancing.
Oh yeah, I know. That means you're drunk. So we're gonna go drink a lot of water. Yeah, and we're gonna find something to eat. And I think before we leave the bar, can I buy a bottle of that wine that they make here?
Yeah.
Does it do anything?
The Sea Lord wine? Yeah, no, it doesn't do anything special. It's just a red or a wine. It's got a sweet tart flavored. It's valued by the nobles, so it's 30 gold a bottle. But it's something that they export from here. That's a prize drink elsewhere. Like they export it, and people rave about it. People love it.
Okay, so the bartender, I'm gonna ask him: is this like the kind of thing that like our folk would want? Would this be like a nice gift for our folk?
He says, "How do you plan to drink wine underwater?" He says, "Plus, merfolk don't drink."
How do they get fucked up? Do they just like eat like crazy kelp?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm gonna buy a bottle anyway, because 30?
30 gold, yep.
Alright, well, since Kit and I have decided that we're just gonna, like, sleep it off or whatever, can we gamble a little bit? Before we
I mean, you have to go back in the tavern to gamble. That's for the
we
game.
had to go back into the tavern to buy the wine, so we're already inside the tavern.
Okay, yeah. If you want, so you tell Kit we're leaving, and you go outside and talk, and then you go back inside for wine and say, "Let's gamble for a little bit."
We're not
And he
gonna
says,
do it.
"Now I think you're drunk, Aunt Juan." But I would love to gamble. I've never gambled before.
I know, you need experience in all this stuff if we're gonna go and do things.
I have some gold. I would love to try and gamble it all away.
No, we're not gonna gamble all of our money away. You
Oh.
don't have a lot. So we're gonna use mine, because you don't have a lot of money.
I've got
Hang
like
on
50
to your-
gold.
Hang on to your pocket money there, kid.
Man, that Git sure is a handful. Wonder what kind of trouble he'll get into next. The way to find out. Listen next time to more Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater.